In this recording, I'm going to take you through the Develop It program and what is actually involved in the program and once you actually get access to it. So first and foremost, you jump into the dashboard. It's got the course library in front of you, and this is hosted by a third-party platform. You do have a login detail, which is specific to you and your email once you register for our program. The courses is the Develop It course, as I mentioned. Now, this is a standalone product, and if you upgrade to the support program, we do offer a bundle deal. You get access to the forum and also the live coaching sessions as well. But just to start off with, I'll show you what's actually involved in the Develop It course. So you jump in the course here. We've got 7 weeks worth of material as part of the program, and then a look into our development company and what we do. But first of all, week 1, you go through the training session, which is the development course overview. So you got a 55-minute video as part of the initial welcome. And then you jump into the resources, and then you can see that there's a number of resources there. So you got intro slides, exercise questions, goal setting, monthly accountability, achieving your ultimate goal, developer's dictionary. So that's in the welcome, the intro. Then you jump onto the next category. Stage 1 is the buying. So you got a 1 hour, 40-minute video where we go through all these different items, different types of development sites, where to find development sites, etc. Once you've listened to that, jump in, download the resources. So it's all of the slides as part of that, all the information. Then you've got questions and assignments, which go with every single program or every single week. We actually want you doing things. We don't just want you listening, sitting on the couch and then doing nothing. So we actually get our students to be active in doing the exercises so that you know exactly what to do. So you got the questions and the assignment. You've got then your development strategy questions, how to pick your target area, your target criteria, script for talking to real estate, and all these things. So there's a whole lot of resources as part of that one. Then you jump into stage 1A, negotiating and offers. So this is again with the buying stage. So we're in stage 1. It's an hour-long video, goes through all of those items. Then you've got all the resources as well. So look, there's a number of different resources there. You got JV checklist, the slide presentation, the questions, assignment. Again, there's assignment after every topic, the script for the creative deals, vendor questions. So that's in negotiating and offers. Then you jump into 1B, legals and acquisition. So all the legal things you need to know about buying a property. And this is something that forms the foundation, the basis, so that you know when you're negotiating a deal, how you actually negotiate that and how to put in offers really quickly. So that's what it covers just there in the brief description. Then you got all the resources again. So various different things that you need as part of this topic. So jump into the next one, and you can see we're still in stage 1, forming the foundation, the basis for being able to do property development. And in fact, really any property transaction properly, because stage 1 is buying, and we teach, or I teach, how to buy under market value and do that repetitively. So in the first stage, there's a lot of foundation data and a lot of foundation fundamentals that you need to build upon. So there's a 30-minute training session with all of these things, just specifically on options, but a lot of this gets covered previously in the legal section. And then you got a couple of different modules as part of the resources. And then we jump into stage 1D, tax and structure. So it's a 1 hour, 20-minute video. Then I'll take you through a private interview with, oops. So if you go to the next section and you've done that by accident, you actually just jump back, you go to categories, and we were in week 2, I believe. No, we're in week 3. So jump into week 3, and this was the training session. So then you got interview questions with my accountant, who I recommend you use as well. And then you got some tax saving case studies to give you some examples. So there's some details about those, including contact details. And then the resources. So there's tax and structure slides, there's questions, finding a great accountant, questions to ask. If you don't want to use my accountant, you can use somebody else's. So it's about finding a great accountant. And then project management agreement example, jump onto the next category. So now we're in stage 2, which is the site analysis. You get a 2-hour video as part of the site analysis. Then you've got a whole heap of resources with that as well. So you got quick feasibility and then quick site checklist. Then you jump into stage 2B, site analysis in detail. So it's just over an hour-long video explaining what it is. And then resources. So there's, again, the module questions, the template, the feasibility, a full due diligence checklist, a buyer search list, and a list of standard costs that we use in our feasibilities. Now we've got stage 3, which is the planning approval, an hour video followed by the resources, what questions to ask a town planner, module questions, assignment. So there's a few resource items in that. Then the finance section, which is stage 4. Now it's 2 hours and 41 minutes. Now this is a big section by itself, but finance is a very critical path to the entire development process and even property portfolio building process. I take you through some case studies as to what's possible, and I also give you the contact on my brokers that put these deals together. So I give you some of the case studies as to what is possible, full-length videos, and then there's a whole lot of resources there as well. And we jump onto 4A, which is a creative finance. And that's doing deals with little or no money of your own, or structuring deals that are creative. So that can be a various number of different things and ways to do it. So that's the training section. And then there's a whole lot of resources, including some of our own internal intellectual property. And then we jump onto stage 5, the sales and marketing, which is one of the final stages. So we're on stage 5 of 7. So there's a video and then the resources. You got questions again, pre-sale checklist, finishes specs example, building covenants example. Then you got the stage 6, which is construction. And this is just over an hour and 20 video, followed by the resources, which is the slides and module questions again, the script for talking to a builder, what questions to ask a builder, questions to ask the development manager, request for tender, template, things like that. And then stage 7 is basically recapping everything, summing it up, and then doing your final checks and balances on the entire process. And then there's the stage 7 resources, the questions, the cheat sheet, and then getting titles checklist. And that's basically it from the program, other than the introduction to our development company and our commercial properties and how we actually go about doing those. So that's the course in a nutshell. And over time, well, at times we do add additional content to the program. There's a whole lot of extra content being added to the program at the moment. So you do have lifetime access to the course and the material, including any updates, if you do decide to go ahead with the program. And we also see you as a good fit for us. So if we go to the dashboard and have a look at the other items, so that's the course by itself, and then you can upgrade to the mentoring if you like. You can either do that as a package or you can do it one by one. If you do it as a package, it's obviously cheaper. So we've got the forum, which is a private forum where people and students obviously post questions, and these are responded to daily. So that is part of the coaching, is the forum. And then there's the live sessions, which are done every week. And you can see when we started the live sessions in March for this year, and the sessions basically every week. So each one of these sessions goes for around about an hour, hour and a half. Some of them go a bit longer depending on what things we want to cover. But you can see that there's a quick snapshot as to what we spoke about. So Gary's doing a duplex deal, Marley's is passing on sites and how to get started. Harsh is doing Fizo in Perth deal. So depending on which market you're in, some of these are going to be more appealing to you than others if other students are doing deals in certain markets. So you can get a bit of an insight into what other students are doing. Plus, it's an opportunity to ask any questions specifically about your own deal, plus also anything else that you're not sure about in the program. So there's a whole lot of help as part of these coaching sessions. So you do have access to this and all previous coaching sessions that for the year that you purchase. So just double check with our consultant around what you actually specifically get access to. This is what is included. So you can see that this included negotiation strategy for on-market sites, getting off-market sites, Perth development site reviews, Sydney site reviews. So you might be looking at a suburb. You're not quite sure whether your feasibility works or whether you should be looking at that suburb or not. So it'll cut through all the stuff. You might find that you're wasting time on certain things, and I can respond to those quickly. And this is an opportunity to ask me any specific questions as part of that coaching session. We also do have email support as well. The email support will be answered generally by myself, depending on what the complexity is. But we do have that support. And then also for matters that are more complicated, we do like to do those as part of the coaching session as well. So if you've got a deal that you're working on, for example, I normally do run-throughs on various students' deals as part of one coaching session and really dive down into the detail if needed, or do an overview, whatever's going to be most helpful to that student, but then also having a look at those deals and what aspects to consider if you're looking at doing your own deal and how that applies to yours. So that's about it from the course itself. Again, just to recap, you've got the Develop It course, which is a 7-week program, and then the support, which includes the forum, which is a private forum as part of this platform with other students and myself. And then you got the live coaching sessions, which again is a weekly coaching sessions with myself. And then obviously there's additional support from myself and team, both through the forum and through the private email as well. So I hope you have fun with that, and would love to see you in the program if you are the right fit for us. And if you can meet our criteria for our students, we'd love to see you in there and be doing really great deals where we're a part of that and we're growing together.